Cheese Whiz, keep doing what you're doing.
He's gonna rip apart my chair and I won't be able to stream anymore. Because I won't have a chair to sit in. Do you want that?
I love how, in this hypothetical, that buying another chair is not an option, and also that Cheese Whiz is going to destroy your chair so badly that it will be unusable.
Have you ever met a cat before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the
You
back
should
of my
know
chair is
that-
covered in scratches.
You should know it's not a hypothetical. It will happen. It will destroy my chair. It's only a matter of time. He's already destroyed my nostrils. Why does he also need to take my chair?
Are you allergic to him?
No. He just pisses and shits in the office.
Oh.
Because that's where his litter box is.
Right.
Yo, what up, Al?
Yo, what up, Al?
We're talking about piss and shit and stuff.
Piss and shit. From Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. Or us, but specifically into Cloud's pants.
I just got done taking a huge shit into Cloud's pants.
I was going to say, I was literally going to ask you how that was.
It was great.
Why is it? Okay, there it is.
All right. Excuse me. All right.
Cloud's pants is everyone's litter box. True. Fucking true.
Okay. We'll just get right into it then.
How was your day?
I worked.
Damn.
Yeah. How was your day?
I didn't go to jury duty.
Fuck yeah.
And I took the day off from work because it was like, I might have jury duty.
Yeah.
So, instead of, like, claiming it for jury duty, I just used, like, you know, personal leave.
Yeah.
So I just had the day off from work.
Okay.
So, I've watched, like, 2 movies, took the girls on a walk, and played some Chances to Honor.
Fuck yeah.
You know.
Fucking Christ. There goes my controller. Ugh. Kind of need that.
Yeah. I hear it's important.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Linnea.
Hello?
Okay.
We're leaving. Goodbye, sorry.
Okay.
Well, we have to get up.
New shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
That's how
I
it goes.
remember that. I walked
Okay.
away before that happened. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is me.
This is you.
In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident.
I choose to imagine this is exactly how Phoenix is saying it. Like he's just so done with this shit. We had another bombing incident.
Jesus.
Can't believe this shit.
This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Remember when that happened in case 1?
Yeah.
Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being where the bomb went off.
Hi, Darkest Mustard.
Hello. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
Can we? Man. If this were an LP, I would want that to be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered.
Woods was fingered. That sentence is so wrong. I mean, I'm saying it.
I love it, though.
Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on.
You see, Maya's not in this game, so we have to have someone that like gets accused of like multiple acts of horror. We have Juniper, who in the previous case was accused of murder, and now she's being accused of the bomb.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that was the beginning of the game, but still, this is chronologically when it happens.
We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. So if you were trying to play this game truly in chronological order, this case would happen in the middle of this case.
You would have to stop case 4 at the first to be continued, play case 1, and then go back to case 4.
And get to relive the world's greatest flashback scene.
Yep.
But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate. I actually said that right. I think I was calling him Ted Tonate. I don't remember. I can't wait to just talk to myself for a while here. God, I hope Juniper Woods is in this scene. Apollo was a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all of his other injuries. Can't even clean the toilets. They're so dirty now. Apollo is resting in the nearby Hickfield Clinic.
It really is the only hospital in town. Why do they insist on taking people to the fucking Hickfield Clinic every time?
Because it's cheap and Phoenix has no money.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've had experience with that place myself.
Yeah, Phoenix,
remember
when
the
you...
last game?
Yeah, remember the last game and also the game before it.
Yeah. Remember the last 2 games in the main series? We're just going to skip over Edgeworth's stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix isn't in those games, so...
Phoenix is in one of those games.
He's in the background of one of those games.
Yeah.
You can't even talk to him.
Very important scene. Anyway. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. Although, most people that work with me are either end up in a hospital or dead, so...
Ooh, ellipses!
So many ellipses. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anyone to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. Probably before the next case. It's been a while since I saw Trucy look so down.
She's looking down right now.
Yeah. That was my big line. I hope everyone loved it.
Goodbye. I'll see you in the next game.
Actually, I think I'm in the next case too.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
I
she
don't
is.
know. I don't know. I'm an enigma. Enigma. We won that court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating, and I want steak. Sniffle. Murph. All right. Enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now, dry those eyeballs, both of you. You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Well, except for the baby in the other room, but she's not canonical.
She doesn't exist. She doesn't. Actually, no, she does exist in this timeline. What year does this game take place in again? 2027?
No. She would be alive, but
Yeah. I believe it
She's
is
not
2027.
she's not canon. Don't worry about it. Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? The world? Also, an update for my banjo game playing. The treasure chest level is annoying at the moment, especially since that clam follows you to try and kill you. You playing Banjo
Kazooie?
Kazooie
Or
Tooie?
Tooie?
Or Viva Pinata.
Or
Those are the only three
Yeah,
Banjo games.
obviously.
Yeah.
Banjo
Well-
Pilot? That doesn't exist.
That's not real. Apollo Space Center case, of course. Has no verdict's been reached. There's still a chance. Oh, I'm still in the scene. Oh, I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbucks' defense. I'll take the case.
I want to play as Trucy.
I would love to play as Trucy. We have to avenge our fallen comrade, right, Daddy? Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know.
He fell in a literal sense.
Yeah, he fell down and scraped his knee, but
That's what he's in the hospital for.
yeah,
Scraped his knee.
not for being blown up to bits and then beaten to death. No, just for falling over and scraping his little knee. Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
I'm sorry. I can't get over blown up to bits and then beaten to death. Like, being blown up in pieces wasn't enough. You have to punch those pieces until they die.
It's
It's one of those bosses where it's like a bunch of balls together and then you hit it a few times and then all the balls scatter and then you have to kill all the balls.
go punch all the balls.
Yeah.
Or it's like the Wind Waker boss, the giant ghost thing,
Yeah, that.
where they're all individual ghosts that are in one
That
giant body.
That too.
You know. Where are we running to, Athena?
Did you already say this line?
I did.
Okay.
Wait, right now? Now? We better not be running the whole way. I'm old. I get out of breath real easy. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be more careful out there. Try not to scrape your knee. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everyone up with her enthusiasm. And because she has a lot of cocaine on her.
Always
Ooh.
do.
No, Athena has the cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, she's back. Don't mind me. Just forgot a few things. Like this bag of cocaine I need to go sell. Oh, and wallet, phone, the documents, my bag that houses the cocaine.
She left literally everything.
Literally everything. Sounds more like you forgot everything.
Everything!
Everything! I can always count on Athena for that, too. Tui, I think, is when the sisters are trying to revive the witch bitch that Banjo and the Bird defeated.
Banjo and the bird.
That bird bitch.
That bird bitch. What's her name?
Yep.
Fucking... Recordery? Oh, stupid. I'm sorry. I regret that one.
Bad. Alright, you two. Let's be more careful out there.
Or just careful in general.
Yeah, try to be careful. Well, now Wanda doesn't have to talk to himself anymore, at least.
Yay.
For now. So, our client is one Solomon Starbuck. We had to stop and get some food along the way. I was hungry.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Ow.
he's so famous, even I've heard of him. And I've never heard of anyone.
Phoenix famously has never heard of any celebrity in any Ace Attorney game.
I've literally never watched an ounce of TV. Neither has Phoenix. That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center.
He's gonna be depressed again. Just watch.
He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
7 years ago, you say?
Yeah, 7 years ago. That was during the summer of ska.
That was 2018. Oh, God.
You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Don't be. Oh, he sighs like Trucy. I mean, wow. That's the second longest sigh I've ever heard.
Today,
First was Trucy.
Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix
What about
Wright, Apollo's mentor, right?
Yeah. That's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Solomon, she was literally behind the defense's bench today. This is the same day, right?
It's the 19th.
It could, you know what? It could be the next day. Now that I think about it. Either way, you just saw her recently. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so. I don't have anything plot relevant to, like, the fifth case or anything.
I guess so. My mistake.
Whew.
My memory isn't what it used to be.
Let's see, the time of death was the 15th. The trial I thought took place the next day after that. So it's been like 3 days since his trial ended.
My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft.
That sounds safe. Let's do it. I mean, yikes. He's seriously got to stop depressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere. That just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why don't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars.
I thought we were put on this earth to reproduce.
Is that what we're here for?
Maybe.
Because
I think we're specifically here to make
YouTube
awful
videos.
Yeah, like awful YouTube videos.
On twitch.com.
Yeah.
/
We're making YouTube videos on Twitch. Actually,
I'm technically, yes, we are. These go onto YouTube.
A lot of people do that. I guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash.
Oh, yeah! Here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond!
Who's gonna destroy the ceiling? Oh.
Yeah!
Uh-oh.
I feel alive now! You can go ahead and ask me anything you want.
Darkest Mustard voted on the Patreon poll.
I haven't looked at the poll since yesterday, but I'm assuming... Yeah, that's
Minish
about...
Cap is still in first.
Yeah, that's what I expected. I still haven't voted as Gaming Stooges, but I don't think it's going to matter. We'll see, though.
I'll vote as Gaming Stooges.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go Pikmin 4, baby!
Is that really all it takes? Oh, wait, that's your line.
Is that really all it takes?
I was... For some reason, I was half expecting Apollo to reply to that, and then I remembered, oh, right.
He's dead. Lee allergic to scraping his knee. Boom. So, you have no memory at all of the incident?
I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange that you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills, like they said at the trial?
Nah, flashback! Flashback! It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know?
Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? That must have been a terrifying experience.
But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. So he considers anti-anxiety pills to be that the equivalent of performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah. You think he
God.
takes boner pills right before
It reminds me of how there was actually a time, I don't know how many tournaments did this, but I remember that like for a while Melee tournaments, like a few of them anyway, banned Adderall.
Hell yeah.
But like I don't know how they would test for that, so can't make everyone pee in a cup.
Yeah, we can.
At first I read that lunch meat everything to me.
That lunch meat meant everything.
If you take out the first vowels of each word, actually no, not the first. Then you would get lunch mant. If you take out the first vowel and the second to last consonant of launch meant, then you get lunch meat.
That lunch meat.
That lunch meat everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity.
Oh god, he's on drugs now. Seems like a completely different person now. He's just saying random shit. This is the face of the astronaut I know. Not that I know any astronauts. But the tranquilizers were found in your system.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for.
If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you?
Exactly! That's what I thought! It must have been the real culprit!
Oh god.
My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed.
I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all? No matter how small. Like, about the murder weapon, for example?
That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits.
Utility kit?
Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. The hat won miracle.
As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right?
Orange text, that's important. So they have mentioned 7 years ago 2 times so far. How many times between now and the end of the game? 100 or 200?
250.
Okay. That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft.
You did? What kind of problems?
Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. Bro, if your windows were cracked and you're about to go into space, I would be like, yo, Houston, we ain't doing this shit, period. Like, we gotta can this shit. But I'm assuming the windows weren't cracked until shit started going down. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a gooner.
Oh no! Why would you think that?
I don't know.
Were you busy gooning on Twitter?
That's the real reason. The real reason why it was the miracle, because he got distracted jacking off and had to correct himself.
About to fucking crash.
He's too busy jacking off. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer that I shoved up my asshole.
That helped me come quicker.
Then I could return to fixing the rocket.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It was a miracle you made it back.
Yes, Athena, that is quite literally why they named it the Hat One Miracle.
I don't watch movies. I didn't go to public school, so I never learned how.
He never learned how to watch movies. I never had the class where the substitute teacher doesn't feel like actually teaching, so we just watch a movie during the class. So I don't know how to watch movies.
Yeah, I never learned. Anyway, you were saying, Mr. Starbuck?
Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. Like in the hit video game Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things.
Just like in the hit video game Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii?
Yes. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever, and ever, without end.
Yay!
There was nobody else there. Nobody was going to come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. God, I was so horny. I'm sorry. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands off of my dick. This is supposed to be a serious scene.
That's why he's so scarred.
Yeah. From that day forward, I vowed to never jack off again. In space.
An experience like that would make anyone afraid to go up into space.
And jack off.
And then jack off. With the experience you had, weren't you, like, dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity and escape I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless. Escape was a descriptor in that sentence, and that's where it threw me.
Yeah, not a verb. Wouldn't it be easier just to play the hit video game Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii?
Oh, that's a great idea.
You would...
See, the thing is that you need two hands to play that game, and I'm too busy jacking off.
Oh.
I'm jacking off right now.
Oh, Mr. Wright? Maybe we shouldn't take his case.
No, Trucy.
Huh?
I think he's got a point.
Trucy?
Trucy.
Trucy?
That's just how much Phoenix is paying attention. He doesn't
doing the
care.
line- He took Athena's cocaine and is
Yeah.
doing lines right now.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say, Trucy? I'm Athena. Oh, yeah, sure you are, Paulo. Anyway.
Anyway, go scrub those toilets. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Mr. Starbuck, you would have to admit that it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is a man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere.
The cosmic truth, huh? Is that like peyote or some shit? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life.
Phoenix hears cosmic truth and he just imagines, it's cosmic truth. And then he's just like the courtroom floating in space and they're just like having a trial.
In space!
It's like Zathura, but it's the courtroom.
Yeah.
No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight.
One thing's for sure. Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim. The victim. Clay Terran. He was kind of like your protege, wasn't he?
Clay Terraria.
The hit video game, Clay Terraria.
Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like Master and Apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor.
The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been.
With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now,
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine. And you're fine. All the time, too. And I always feel encouraged, too. Whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much, they were like a part of the staff. In fact, they were. We made Apollo clean the toilets. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. Lennon?
Sorry. I was doing more lines of coke. So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases? Huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine.
But he actually did climb down the ladder, so a way has to exist.
Seek a way out.
You found me.
From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows.
You're fine. Solomon Soul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be all right.
Huh?
And Athena Yikes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright. You too. Do I really have to? Hold on. Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into outer space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I didn't do any research about this case beforehand.
Athena really said, don't believe in you, believe in the me who believes in you.
Yeah. I believe in you, too.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict.
Coming right up.
One not guilty verdict coming right up. It's like an order at the Taco Bell. The not guilty verdict.
It's a special cravings box.
Yeah.
It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. It also sure feels nice to just do a line of Coke every now and then, too. Okay, Mr. Wright. If you're done messing around with my inventory, let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go.
All right. Let's move
Peace.
to the
Peace, bitch.
entrance.
Entrance. Oh my god, it's one of those picture things. Go get Trucy. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. Looks like an amusement park. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future.
I love when we predict our lines.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gynax logo shines in the sunlight above the entryway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. Gynax. Huh?
Studio Gynax.
Studio Gynax, huh? Isn't that the name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is Guy supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah? If it were that, the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which you ask me, I'd abbreviate to GAX. Or even GIAF.
Yeah.
Yeah, GIAF. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with this name just really likes the letter Y. Like, why be bothered to come up with a good name? This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anywho, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction.
Oh boy, who's this?
Um,
Tourist attraction, don't make
it's
me laugh.
Yuri Cosmos,
Okay.
the director of the Space Center, who's like
Okay.
an old man.
I'll be him since you're voicing two characters right now.
Okay.
Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic
God, it's
scooter, full speed ahead.
It's him. It's Professor Means.
Nah, this guy's way cooler.
Nah. That's right. Sykes? Who's this geezer? And what's he want?
Look upon me, and look well. Behold the great power of space science.
Pardon me, but are you...
I think Nintendo is about to give this game a C&D for the power stars on his jacket. My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center and center of the cosmos.
Boss? That was pretty groan-inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Ah! So you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
Huh, flashback. I'm in this case. For part of it.
Flashback.
Huh. This paper here says I need to say flashback. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident. Are you by any chance the space police? I knew it. I knew the space police was real. He got
We are
pulled
real.
over in space for jacking off.
He got a DUI.
Oh yeah, that's
space.
right. He got a DUI. Well, he was jacking off while drunk.
Yeah.
We're changing his backstory.
We are.
Just like how this franchise does to Apollo.
Yeah. But we're all doing it in one case, whereas they do it every game.
Yeah.
You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know.
Sure you can.
Oh, wait, you can't read my blue text.
Yes, I can.
We're Mr. Starbucks lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. We're space lawyers. Oh, no, we're Earth lawyers, by the way. Don't listen to him.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I
Huzzah.
trust you are appropriately grateful. Now, go ahead. Have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Yeah, he does remind me a lot of Drake from Pokemon. Not
Don't let
Nathan
him-
Drake.
He reminds me of him, too. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? I'm gonna go get drunk. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
Wow. I burped. I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel. Take your break station. To your break stations. Prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people to do what to do in a self-important manner.
That is exactly right, because I am an important man, and my manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that. Here in the boundlessness of space.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now, go ahead. Have at it.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically.
About the bombing.
So about the bombing. Could you tell us what you know about the incident from the other day?
I refuse.
What?
Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. Goodbye. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. In fact, he's the only witness tomorrow. Get ready to speak like him a lot, Jack.
Oh boy.
Was there a line I missed?
Yeah.
Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Like hat? The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems like a broken windshield and incompetent astronauts who just get drunk and jerk off, it somehow made its way back home.
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folks like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe toward the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth.
I think calling it a struggle is a gross misinterpretation of what actually happened if our story is true. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct, and it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
Was the movie just like 45 minutes of Solomon Starbuck jerking off? So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
Semen.
Oh.
Excuse me. The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terrence's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center.
That sucks.
The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
Moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. Sounds like a new drug supply I could start running. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. I thought you never went to public school. Huh? Oh, well, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. I checked out some audiobooks from the library. Is that so?
Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter! Fire up the main engine! Max battle speed! And engage!
Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh my god, he said Fire Emblem Engage.
He did it. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so.
All right. We're moving.
Moving. Next screen, baby. Start knocking out these screens. Is that a dragon?
That's a...
Who wants to guess Cosmos' age? Darkest Mustard says 60.
Oh, okay, we can do that. I'm not gonna scroll to the next page.
Probably the next person.
Yeah, he's probably the next person on the next page. I'm gonna say 66.
13.
You gonna stick with that?
I'm going to stick with 13.
Okay.
I think I gotcha.
62. Darkest Mustard wins.
Damn it. I thought I had you. I thought for sure he was 13. Well, what was I saying?
I thought you said your line already. I'm sorry.
No. Athena, what was I saying? You were saying, so this is where Mr. Terran was murdered. And I was about to say, yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. And then I pulled out the diagram. And then you cut me off and you asked, Athena, what was I saying again? And then I said, and then the bit continues. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from the launch pad 1 after the explosion.
You there. No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me.
So, Detective Fulbright is here. Huh. Hate that guy. You didn't read the policeman line, did you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll talk.
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to launch pad 1 corridor, we just have to go through the door with the blue rock on it, I think. Wait, that door? Looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Obviously, because it's the only door that leads from launch pad 1 to this room. Oh, that explains it. The only door that leads to Launchpad 1 would be the only door that they would use. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on! Let's go!
Alright. Let's
Ooh.
move to the Launchpad 1 corridor and talk to Detective Fulbright. It's the robot!
There's Robert. So, this is it. Huh. This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep. This is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. Like we've gone over like 18 times so far, Mr. Wright. Haven't you been paying attention? I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. Boo. After the explosion, This whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. What should I do? Wait. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off for you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene. Same as you. You have any info to share? Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it.
I'm standing right here. I can hear you.
Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
That's what it feels like.
Info for the case, huh? All right. I'll gladly share some with you. Do you remember what Fulbright's age is?
Fulbright is 33, I think.
Yeah.
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 It's blocked by text on the chat, but
Screen there, yeah.
yeah, there you go. 33.
Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. Oh, I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need info, so let's run with it. If you say so. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard, and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even.
What's up with you?
Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
What is wrong with you today?
Oh. No, that's okay.
No,
Thanks.
it's okay.
No, it's okay. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. I've only really dealt with him in like one case.
Darkest Mustard is right. He had too much cocaine.
Athena hit him up before this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he was hit in the head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier.
What happened?
What happened? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incident, weren't you, Detective?
Incidents.
Oh, well, those two. That's right. That's right. I was here on a security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now. I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, and I started leading the evacuation.
Making jury duty?
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So, I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. See, it's this red thing right over here. It's for the accidents and emergencies and the like. It's there for. So, where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And someone started playing The Binding of Isaac. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then, wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable. But at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down, too, and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder sounds kind of fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. just a moment. I have some more info to share with you. But don't tell Professor Blackwell, okay? Wow, and Professor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too? Well, never mind that. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness.
The Witness?
The witness.
Like
Are you
the
having
game,
fun,
The
Jack?
Witness? Yeah, I'm having fun reading and listening to you.
Just pressing A.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about this witness? Could you tell us more about the witness for the PlayStation 4? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge. So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Ha ha ha! Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be around here somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. A 4th floor employee, huh? All right. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
You said G in that voice, and I was really expecting you to say, "That's too bad."
Gee, that's too bad. Yes. Well, actually, I... Actually, I... Something you can't talk about? Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. He didn't even say "in justice we trust."
I know, right?
What the fuck?
Something is wrong with him.
He must have a cold or something. What was that all about? Something's definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him next time I see him. I'm going to beat the living shit out of him. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now, so let's head back to the boarding lounge.
Wait, let's examine the robot. Oh wait, we can't examine right now because it's
Can't
not.
examine. It's not an option.
That is one thing that I don't like about this game is that you don't have the option to just examine anywhere you want. And I get it. It's a lot of dialogue you have to write for the game. But still, it's fun to just click on random bullshit and just hear the conversations between characters about the random bullshit. It's the only good thing about Big Top Turnabout. About how, like, Phoenix and Maya just talking about, like, just chewing the scenery.
Yeah. That
You know.
Gumshoe's in it.
And Gumshoe is in it, that too. Alright, I guess we just have to move.
Let's move back.
I want to be in that chair.
The spinning one in the ceiling?
Yeah. Oh, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub, too, if you like. I can't believe he actually said that.
That's all right, but thank you for the offer.
What is that? What is that green thing on the table?
I think that's like a hookah machine.
I was gonna say, it looks like a fucking hookah machine. Just sit there and smoke in the lobby.
Watch the fucking seahorse, space seahorse, like just fuck about.
Yeah, with Saturn in the background. This is a weird space station.
It's a really weird space station. This is like public too.
Yeah, anyone can
You
come
can just
in here.
walk into NASA. They'd shoot you. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. I mean,
Yeah,
just
that.
like clicking on shit. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? I
Hold on,
haven't
we gotta
gotten
look
enough
at
of
it
this
one more time.
fucking diagram. So, this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building.
Okay, I will say, we have seen this diagram a million times. I'm sorry, I have my windows open and there's sirens in the background.
How many more times will we see it?
Okay, I will say, we have seen this thing a million times, but at the very least, it actually conveys information instead of the fucking promo for the Nine-Tailed Fox wrestling match, where it just like
a guy.
shows you the fucking picture over and over and over again in case you forgot what he looked like.
Yeah, it's like me looking at the Disneyland map. At least I'm like, but what's on the 3rd floor? Could I access the lounge and the launch pad corridor? And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third-party killer killed his friend.
Fuck yeah, Pacers won.
Nice.
It playoffs right now.
Were you watching that on your 3rd screen?
No, but I happened to look at my phone and I got a notification that the game was over.
He was watching it on his phone, his 3rd screen. I knew it.
I was not.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this 3rd person then. I'm sort of sick of all the flashbacks. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big.
It's so big.
It's so big. Don't worry. We can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep, I picked it up at the entrance. The map inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little... Space Center pamphlet is added to the court record. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait. There's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside that window? Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. It's kind of a relief.
He really thought that thing was real.
I also thought that thing was real.
And not just like an animatronic of some kind. Even if it was like a tangible object.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just go look for the button while we're looking for clues. All right, fine. Let's get investigating.
All right. Now we can examine.
Now
What
we
is
can examine.
what is this fucking hookah shit on the table?
Yo, what the fuck is the hookah? That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them on yourself, it says. You can spin the table, and your chair spins too. Why would anyone want to have something like that in here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Yeah, but like
and on the mind.
Shouldn't an I mean, like, I understand it's like you work up to the chair in the ceiling, but like an astronaut should be able to deal with the chair in the ceiling.
You'd think so, but budget cuts.
I still want to try it. It looks fun.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G?
See, that's what I'm saying, Phoenix. He doesn't even talk about the hookah. This
This
is some
supposed to be a thing you spin.
This is some bullshit.
At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape. But then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. Don't you know what the difference between a planet and an asteroid is, Athena? That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. Why is she surprised about that? Why doesn't she know what an asteroid is?
Oh, man. God, what planet was it that they... Wasn't it the planet where they fought Boo? Where it has, like, the purple sky? Or am I misremembering?
The Supreme Kai's planet. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's where they actually defeated Kid Buu. You know?
Yeah. It reminds me of that.
So, this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he's stretched out like this and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? Beef stew! That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said it contains beef stew samples. Space beef stew samples from an asteroid. So we'll just call them asteroid samples. Oh, right. Detective Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched? I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? A window. And it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to make smoke, to clear smoke from a fire. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality.
The virtual insanity? Jamiroquai?
Jamiroquai? What? What? What's the spinning chair?
You've
No
seen that
matter-
music video, right? Where, like, Jamiroquai, the video for Virtual Insanity, where it's in, like, the steel room and it, like, the furniture moves around.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one on the ceiling
Yeah.
right now.
Kinda.
No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh, Athena's got that odd glint in her eyes. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. She's too strong.
Phoenix, she's, what, 18, 19 years old? You are a 35-year-old man.
She's too strong. She works out. I've got my dad bod now.
You know what? That's fair.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there.
That little pointy thing right there.
There. I don't know. Let's check it out. Some kind of
Oh, God.
fragment? It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right. But if that's here, it means Clank's
Clanks of Ratchet and Clank
Clay's
fame.
Yeah. It means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Hee hee. Way to go, Apollo. Don't ever tell that to his face. Okay, Athena?
Warning, helmet use required. Please use moonwalk apparatus responsibly.
Hell no. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Oh boy, I want to try it out. Gravity's weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults.
You mean a flip?
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Do not jump too high." Well, I can't read, so that doesn't apply to me. Well, what is this good for? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon?
What's this? That's where trash goes.
What's this? A trap door?
Trap door, trap door, trap door.
It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way. All the robots here are very nice. Except for that one. Actually, wasn't there one in Launchpad 1 corridor? We could go say hi to it if you want.
Okay, Athena.
Well, I wanted to, but the video game didn't give us an option to. So.
The vents. There's
The
a
vents.
glint.
Duh, a glint in the vent. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. I was really hoping he'd ask her if she's like some sort of fucking corvid. What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean.
Gee, Athena, I wonder what it could be.
It could be a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. Whatever those are. Let's see. That would make the caliber .10? 10? Caliber refers to the diameter of the gun's barrel, right? Yes. But I've never heard of a 10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if we tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, that it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet even ended up here. Probably fell out of his gun. I mean, we're in the bottom left on the south side of the room, according to this map. It's pretty convenient that this paper map knows exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
Just has a fucking "you are here"
Blinking
X,
red
wherever
X.
you're standing.
It's like the fucking the Harry Potter map that has all the people's names on it.
Yeah. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here? They are pretty incompetent, so
It's true.
that checks out. Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. Metal jelly bean. discovered in a
added,
gutter.
added to court record. All right.
Let's back up.
Let's look somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look at the doors.
So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here in the place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. You know, we could also go East, West, South, but...
Once again.
People usually say West, East, and South. In a case like this, you know.
I think you really are just Phoenix Wright, like adult version. I mean, not that he wasn't an adult in the original trilogy, but like a Phoenix Wright dad version.
Dad, I am Phoenix Wright, the dad. Details. Anyway, let's look at the west door. Ooh. That's the door we walked into earlier.
Yeah.
That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1.
No shit, Athena.
We went over this a couple times. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor. And not because we walked through it earlier. To get to Launchpad 1 corridor. Oh my god. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosions. Or after the explosion. One of the explosions. Right. Next up, the right side of the map, or east in your world. Our world? Your world?
East in your world? Athena really would say east? I thought you said weast.
Yeah. Wombo. So, that's the door with the satellite dish icon, signifying communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? What the fuck? What the fuck? But it seems they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time. I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room. And since we're here... I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. That much security. I'm definitely not the only one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to the background generator in case of emergencies. Okay, what about that last door? You know, the one we probably walked into to get into the boarding lounge.
Yeah.
This lower door... Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door? It leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right?
I hope that this at least covers all of the doors and that we don't have to examine all of them.
Go back and examine the launch pad one. We're gonna have to go back and examine at least that one.
Fuck.
Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. Including me, Athena Yikes. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 muscadors of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. Jack, do you feel like you can solve the case better after that 18-minute cutscene?
Yes, I think I do. Oh, man.
God, I love it.
Yeah.
That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go.
Okay. Now time to... Let's look at the crack in the fucking screen first.
Little spider web?
I thought it was a spider web at first, but then I'm like, wait, no, that's probably a crack.
It's a bullet hole.
That's a crag.
I mean, what? A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. An idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating.
That's it? Nothing? Okay, I guess we gotta... No? Okay. Okay. No, it's okay. We'll look at the door.
Oh, I think you have to turn off the,
Oh, turn off the screen first.
yeah.
Because it looks like a spider web.
Because it just looks like it's supposed to be there, Daddy. So, this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark? I don't know how things work. Why, guess when we can try. Now, to line my hand up with the outline. Don't, Athena. The thing is related to the case. Oh, I just shit my pants. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you'll know, you'll be named a suspect.
They'll do it too. They're very stupid.
Foreshadowing. I mean, what?
What?
Well, how could you be so cruel to a little girl like me? Sniffle, snob.
Snob. Athena, you're an adult.
I mean, sob? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. Clearly said snob instead of sob. You said it, not doing the action. Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Cut to Phoenix ripping it apart after we sat through the explanation of what all three doors were.
Oh, thank God. Here we are.
Oh, thank God. Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to that one. How many times do we have to go over what this door is? We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. Why do I have a sense of deja vu? Phoenix says in blue text. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing besides the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Be a real shame if we had a separate instance of talking to that. So we've already had this dialogue. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
Flashback.
So then does that mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? The number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Vulia! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it.
Because we don't have Emma Sky in this game.
Rip.
Rip.
She died.
She ate too many snackoos.
Yeah, she's hospitalized at the Hickville Clinic.
Yeah, she's in the same room as Apollo.
Yeah, she's munching on snackoos right now. Wow, way to think ahead. Now, let's dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. Now to sprinkle some here, and a little over here, and... Whoop.
I don't think you could have, like, read that better if you tried. Like, that was actually a perfect, like... You said it perfectly. It was a...
I mean, it's just
I mean, it's just blowing, but like the way you
Yeah.
said it, you like enunciated like the F and the PH at the
Yeah.
end perfectly.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we've got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Oh, isn't that a good thing? I sure wish we could find out whose prints these are. Although, I doubt we'd be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right. And there's security footage of this door, too. Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh. Because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood in, he's in. He'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah. He's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's see if we can go find him again once we're done with this room. And probably a couple other rooms. I don't want to talk as 3 characters in one scene again for a bit.
Button or knob.
I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was a stove, the burner would be off. Right. If it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say for now, that it's a mystery knob.
Okay. How much more do we have for this room?
I think it's just turn one more time.
Oh. Quite a bit more.
Yeah, I have to pee.
Do you want to call it
take care
here?
of children. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking we'll finish this off next time.
Made okay progress.
Yeah, pretty good. We're almost done examining this gigantic room.
Yeah, it really is. Phoenix wasn't lying. It's a large room.
It is. Alrighty. Well, hey. Thanks for joining, Al. Thanks for joining Darkest Mustard. I'm going to end it quickly because Landon has to go pee. We're going to be back tomorrow for our Zelda podcast, part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so join us for that tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.